On the desk are three items: a candle, a box full of drawing pins, and a small box of matches. First, we empty the pins onto the table. Then, using a few of those pins, we fasten the empty box to the wall so it forms a little shelf. The candle now stands upright inside the box like a holder. On the desk are three items: a candle, a box full of drawing pins, and a small box of matches. First, we empty the pins onto the table. Then, using a few of those pins, we fasten the empty box to the wall so it forms a little shelf. The candle now stands upright inside the box like a holder.
So, what's gonna be expected from people in the next 5 years? It's gonna be super important to know how to use generative AI as a tool, and also, we're gonna need to figure out if we should use stuff made by these AIs or not. That's why schools are gonna change too. Instead of trying to figure out if a student actually did their homework or not, it's gonna be more about if they can write something even better than a computer can. Because of the whole AI thing, this stuff that only humans can do is gonna become even more important, and it's gonna change how businesses and schools work and stuff.
As we contemplate the ensuing 5 years, what shall be demanded of mankind? A crucial competency shall be the effective utilization of generative AI as an instrument, in addition to the discernment required for determining the adoption or rejection of works produced by such AI. Thus, the domain of education shall undergo transformation. Rather than ascertaining the veracity of whether a student has completed their homework autonomously, the emphasis shall shift towards assessing the individual's capacity to compose textual content exceeding the capabilities of their personal computing devices. Owing to the disruptive force exerted by generative AI, the value that solely humans can provide will be honed, ultimately altering the modus operandi of both corporate administration and education.
So, what's the human value prop for the next 5 years? It's simple. Directive competence, the ability to leverage generative AI as a force multiplier, but it's also about having the critical judgment to A/B test the AI's output and know what to ship versus what to kill. This means education is being fundamentally disrupted. The legacy model is dead. We're pivoting away from low-value tasks like authenticating if a student did the homework. The new benchmark is, can you produce insights that are 10 times better than the machine? Can you deliver a delta that the baseline AI can't? The disruptive power of Gen AI is just a forcing function. It's clarifying the unique, high-leverage skills only humans have. This is a paradigm shift that will refactor the entire stack, from enterprise workflows to how we teach.
Morning, you two.
Morning. How'd that patch behave overnight?
Finally stayed put. The servers woke up happy.
I peeked at the students' demo this morning. It ran smooth.
Yeah, once we convinced them to name variables like adults.
Good luck enforcing that forever.
I'll keep trying.
At least they're celebrating now.
All right, let me push this cleanup. Whew.
At Ritsumeikan University, the colleges of life sciences and pharmaceutical sciences have developed an innovative English program since their openings in 2008. The project-based English program, PEP, encourages students to launch their own project based on their interest and to output the results in English. Since 2018, JP1 has focused more on science-related topics, and they brush up on their English expressions based on the materials developed as a part of the PEP Bootcamp project.
Subject score child had to pay for Oscars became longer than grammar score.
I will talk about curry history.
Environment.
At the end of the course, JP1 has an annual poster session, the JP1 Grand Final. As of 2018, PEP is carried out at the College of Sport and Health Science and the College of Comprehensive Psychology as well. Today, English is necessary in almost all the academic fields, regardless of arts or science. PEP is a never-ending project in English education of Ritsumeikan University, always in the midst of development, just like our students' projects.
「大地震の時は電気ブレーカーをオフにしたいところです。
なんで？
電気による火災を防ぐためです。
ほな、あんたがブレーカーを下げに来てくれる？
いや、僕はちょっと。
ほな、こっちの機械は？
機械？いや、こっちの機械もちょっと。機械？
ほな、誰が下げに来てくれるん？
そこは自動でオフにしてくれる感震ブレーカーに任せましょ
う。ええやん。
関西電気法案協会。
Blue for comfort.